When my wife and I bought our property, the biggest selling point wasn't the house or the quiet cul-de-sac, it was the lake. A beautiful, private lake that sat directly behind our home, stretching across acres of water and woods. The deed was crystal clear. The lake was part of my property. I paid taxes on it, I maintained it, and I allowed respectful neighbors to fish or canoe when they asked permission. It was my sanctuary. After long days at work, I'd take a swim to clear my head, feeling the cool water wash away the stress. That lake wasn't just water, it was freedom. But then came Karen, self-appointed queen of our HOA. If you've ever dealt with an HOA president who thinks she's above the law, you already know the type. Clipboard in hand, loud voice, and an endless obsession with control. One summer afternoon, I was waist-deep in the lake when Karen marched down the path, hands on hips, sunglasses perched like she was about to issue parking tickets. "You can't swim there," she barked. I blinked. "Karen, it's my lake. My deed. I can swim whenever I want." She shook her head like I was a child. "The HOA rules state that lake use must be approved. And I haven't approved this. You're in violation. Expect a fine." I laughed, thinking she was bluffing. "You can't fine me for using my own property." "Oh, yes I can," she said smugly. "As HOA president, I have authority. You'll see." Sure enough, a week later I got an envelope, HOA fine, $1,000 for unauthorized lake swimming. That was the moment I stopped laughing. See, what Karen didn't know is that I wasn't just some guy with a lake, I was also the majority landowner in the subdivision. When the HOA was formed, the covenants gave proportional voting power based on land ownership. And because my property included the entire lakefront, my voting share was larger than every other homeowner combined. In short, I was the HOA. So I called a special meeting. Karen strutted in like she owned the place, waving her clipboard, already prepared to discipline me further. "Residents," she began dramatically, "we have a serious issue. One homeowner refuses to follow our rules. I suggest we increase fines for non-compliance." That was my cue. I stood. "Actually, I'd like to propose something different. Since the HOA feels the need for more revenue, let's raise the annual HOA fees." Karen's eyes lit up. She thought she'd finally cornered me. "Yes. Perfect. How much?" I smiled. $5,000 per household. The room went silent. Gasps echoed around the table. Neighbors turned to stare at me, mouths open. Karen sputtert. "YU kennt Z. That's outrageous." I pulled out the covenants and bylaws. According to this document, voting power is proportional to land owned. I onze lek en ze zuro unding akreage. That gives me 62% of the vote. Meaning, I dropped the papers on the table with a thud, the motion passes. The look on Karen's face was priceless. Her smug grin vanished, replaced with horror. "You can't. This is abuse of power." "No," I said evenly. "This is the exact same power you've been trying to abuse against me. Consider it a lesson." The fallout was immediate. Neighbors, furious about the new $5,000 annual fees, turned on Karen like a pack of wolves. At the next meeting, they demanded her resignation as HOA president. She tried to fight, but the pressure was too much. She quit in disgrace, muttering about unfair treatment. Once she was gone, I called another vote. With Karen out and common sense restored, we rolled the fees back down to normal. My neighbors cheered, and more than a few shook my hand for putting Karen in her place. As for me, I went back to swimming in my lake, undisturbed, free as always. Every ripple in the water felt like victory. Karen thought she could fine me for enjoying my own property. Instead, she learned that sometimes the very rules you twist can turn around and drown you. And that lake? It's never been sweeter.